Time to musk up. Wow.
This gimbal is awesome. All right, let me shut this facial recognition off. Let me get it the way I want it. Hey. All right, so I'm in Miami, and so I want to talk about some of the fragrances that I brought with me, why, and what I wore today, and yeah, let me get into that. And some ramblings as well, too. So I don't like to travel with bottles because I just don't want to play around with TSA, and I typically bring travel atomizers with me. And the travel atomizers that I have that I brought with me are I'm missing one. I'll be right back. All right, got them. So this is what I brought with me. The first thing that I brought with me was Elysium Parfum Cologne. And I prefer this over the Parfum. I think the Parfum is overpriced. You only get 50 ml. I think there's a lot more fixatives that are in there to make it last longer, but I think the dry down gets very boring after maybe 10, 11, 12 hours. So I do not think it's worth it. Just get the Parfum Cologne personally, and I just think it smells better, more effervescent, and the quality and the smell is almost identical, unlike the other ones in the Parfum Cologne line that smell a little bit of less quality than the Parfum concentrations, like Creation E, what's the other one? Scandal, Vetiver, things like that. All right, and I just love this stuff. The other one I brought was Sailing Day, right? The other two was Under the Lemon Tree, and this one is At the Barber's. Now, I thought I brought Whispers at the Library. I guess I was moving things around, and I guess I forgot to put it in, unfortunately. I actually really like that one. It's one of the best, I personally think, from the line. I honestly do like this line in general. They're priced like designers, and this is a designer brand, but I think the quality and the smell is of higher quality than a typical regular designer, unless you're talking about like Dior and Chanel. But other than that, I think for the price and what you get, it's really good, and what they replicate is pretty spot on for the most part. Right, and the other one that I brought was I Am Coming Home, if I'm not mistaken, is the name, and I brought the travel attachment. So, you know, the 50 ml bottles, they typically come in the 50 ml bottle like that. Gorgeous. I don't know if this is real leather or not, but it's still beautiful. And then they give you a 10 ml like this, which you can stick into this cap. Then they give you another cap so you can close off and complete the atomizer there. All right, so this is really cool. I think this is more for like women. I think really women would like love this, because this is perfect to throw in a purse, right? I don't have a purse, but I'm just saying, all right? And this is like a tea fragrance, really nice. Sailing Day is exactly what it smells like you're sailing, and the ocean breeze is just hitting your face, and it's very salty. But I do not like this. I wore this to the gym today, and there's something animalic in here. There's something pissy, I don't know, it's just off. If you ever try Dias and Durga, I don't know what, there's this synthetic civitol, civet note, and I get it in here, oddly enough. Really weird. Huge ambroxan as well. At the Barber's smells like you're at the Barber's, and Under the Lemon Tree smells like you're under the lemon tree. At the Barber's is actually what I wore today. And one thing I do want to say is, when I landed in Miami, it was really humid, and I was like, wow. I said, but the first thing I said to myself was, now I see why certain people don't wear heavier fragrances in hotter climates, especially humid climates, because I can only imagine if you're wearing something really, really sweet, how cloying it would become. I know a couple of people that live around here, and they say that they typically like her. They like the fresher stuff. So yeah, that's one ramble. But I wore this today because, I don't know, there's a lot of people going back and forth about whether this smells like Platinum Egoist. And personally, I think it does. It's in the same realm, right? That kind of metallic barbershop smell. And the other thing that I think it's quite similar to is Rive Gauche, the tin can one. And this is just like all those other two fragrances. It's that lavender, tonka bean, geranium, rosemary fragrance, right? Now, Platinum Egoist, I think, is fresher. It leans more on those eau de cologne qualities. It has the neroli at the top. So I find that one to be more metallic and fresher in the eau de cologne range, right? This one I find to be a little bit heftier in the dry down. There's a leather, it's musky, and the biggest difference here at the top really is the basil. I get a nice basil note here. The basil almost reminds me of when I make fresh mozzarella, tomato, and basil. I don't know why, that's just what I was thinking when I smelled the basil in here, mixing with that rosemary. Fantastic, really good. And I really do get that tonka bean, adding some sweetness and just a nice shaving foam, clean, fresh, inoffensive, and for the price, really good in my opinion. All right, well, that's that. I'll be here for a little bit. I don't have much stuff to talk about here, but I guess I'll try and do a review on this, on Elysium. I don't know, I really do like this one, so maybe I'll talk about it. I think this one gets some views. Who knows, right? And these are pretty good too. I wish I had Whispers at the Library. I would have just done like a top 4 of the Maison Margielas and just talk about them more, but I forgot it, it's okay. Maybe I'll talk about this one. Really nice tea, cardamom, and I think there's a ginger note in here as well. Really simple, heavily overpriced. Would never pay it. I got like a huge discount. That's the only reason why I have it. Otherwise, I would have never really bought it. But enjoyable nonetheless. All right. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye.